Forgiveness wash over me. Forgiveness set me free. Forgiveness wash over me. Forgiveness set me free. I want to be a holy man, carry love inside of me. I want to be a holy man. Forgiveness set me free. Forgiveness set me free. Forgiveness set me free. When I judge you, that judgment falls upon me too, and I have often regretted that judgment falling on my head. Forgiveness wash over me. Forgiveness set me free. When I judge you, that judgment falls upon me too, and I have often regretted that judgment falling on my head. Forgiveness wash over me. Forgiveness set me free. Forgiveness set me free. Forgiveness set me free. I want to be a holy man, carry love inside of me. I want to be a holy man. Forgiveness set me free. Forgiveness set me free. Forgiveness set me free. The way I understand it now is that forgiveness is not as much something that washes over us. It's not something that comes from the outside. It's not something that's done to us. It's something that we do. We were shown how to forgive. Christ showed us how to forgive on the cross, right? First of all, to make that walk to the cross, he had to understand that this world was of no value, right? He understood that this was an illusory world. This is not a real world. So he was really not making any sacrifice at all, because he understood that he was actually just moving on to the real world, right? So we need to understand that in order to truly to die, to make that, to do that ego death. If we don't understand that this world is not as solid as we once thought it was, I mean, quantum physics is showing us that. All the great religious traditions have been showing us that things are not nearly as solid as we thought they were. We need to have that understanding, or we can't really forgive. We need to understand that this is not really even real, and I think that's what Christ understood. He saw through the illusion, and that's what made him able to, when at the point of his the deepest shame and the deepest torture, he was able to go inward, speak to the Father, who he was one with, right? He was one with the Father, and he was able to say, Father, forgive them, because they don't know what the hell they're doing, right? They don't know what they're doing. We don't know what they're doing. They were crucifying themselves. They didn't understand, because that's how it works. When we look out into the world and we see the other, it's not really the other. We are actually one. And so that's why when we judge somebody else, it comes back on us, is because we're not really judging someone else. We're actually projecting ourselves. We're projecting our own guilt onto the other out there. And so anytime we're pointing a finger, we're really just pointing a finger back at ourselves. Truly, that's really how it is in reality. And then Christ showed us that after we die that ego death, there is a resurrection, that there is a new life, that once we say yes to forgiveness, we understand that the world's not real, we say yes to forgiveness, we die that death, because it's insane, right? Because it doesn't make any sense to the world. It doesn't make any sense to the world. So once we die that death, then we experience a resurrection. And I think that's what we're looking for right now, my brothers and sisters, is a resurrection for all of us. It seems apparent that what we're doing here is pretty damn insane. We're looking for a resurrection. So there's no pledge of allegiance involved in any of this, you know? It's not about believing in his name and somehow getting some kind of magical salvation sprinkled out upon you. No, it's actually about just understanding and believing in the process of forgiveness. And when we say yes to that process of forgiveness, then, you know, that's the journey. And it makes really good sense. There is a jump there, I guess, to understand, understanding that this world is not real, and I understand it's a big jump. But when my experience is, when I choose to make that jump and understand, I start to see through the illusion, and then I'm empowered by something else, by a deeper. I'm empowered by a deeper power rises up from within me. The Father, the One, the isness, the suchness, the great I am, Allah. The deep one, the unobjectifiable mystery of the universe, Yahweh, the name, Hashem, the name that cannot be spoken. That which can, the Tao Ching, the Tao that can be spoken is not the Tao at all. That which is unspeakable wells up from within us and empowers us to forgive. And it is that same power that resurrects us, that brings us into a deeper reality. It is my prayer that we would be able to choose forgiveness today. It is my prayer that you would be able to choose forgiveness, that we would choose forgiveness for one another. We would understand that it's not about saying the right name and taking the right pledge of allegiance to the right God. It's about choosing forgiveness. It's about choosing forgiveness and experience. It's as simple as a seed goes into the ground. It dies, and from it, roots go down deep into the soil, branches go up into the air, green leaves which process light, which is both wave and particle, turn it into energy. Light, you are the light. You are the way. You are the truth. You are the life. You have that same energy in you. You are that energy at your core. Now we have these egos, and we get tripped up, and we think we are these egos. We think we are these external parts. We think we are that, but we are not. That is not who we are. We are the internal. The kingdom of heaven is within, truly. I see you, my brothers and sisters. I see you as whole. You are safe. You are whole. You are right where you need to be. This is all passing away. I mean, it's written in the end. I mean, all of these bodies pass away, right? I mean, it's yet we're still clinging. We cling and we cling and we cling to this life as if it were real, as if this life were eternal. But there is an eternal, and it is not this. These are merely symbols. This is merely a hologram that we're looking at. And as I look at you, I am seeing myself. I will project, if I have guilt and shame in here, I will project that onto you, and I will perceive that it is you, and it is not. It is I, because this is all my illusion. It's a metaphysics that it works for forgiveness. Try it. You can just try it. You don't have to take a Pledge of Allegiance. It's not about believing in a name. It's about believing in a process. It's about believing in what was done, and there's a great story that was told, right? There's a great story that was told, and that story is my history. But it is like a tree too. And a tree is just nature, right? Jesus didn't come to start a new religion. He came to plant a tree. That's basically how it goes. The Christ. Our suffering is gonna push us home. We can only take so much. Are you not tired of your suffering today, my friend? I am exhausted. I'm exhausted from all the suffering. The suffering has exhausted me. I must release. I must release and forgive. I cannot hold this form any longer. I pray that we would choose forgiveness today. We would choose forgiveness for ourselves and for our brothers and sisters. It's really all the same. We are one. We are truly one. There's only one of us. You are the Christ. You are the way. You are the truth. You are the life. That is who you are at your core. Embrace it. Know it. Love it. Surrender to the forgiveness process, because that is the way. The way of love. That's it. I love you. I love you. Please pray for your brothers and sisters. Give your heart to love. Give your heart to God. Give your heart to the one. Whatever words you have to use to help yourself to get there, you know what? God is fine with that. just go toward love. Walk into the light. Walk into the light, my friend. I love you. Walk into the light.